Hey, little buddy. Dude, where's the squirrel though?
What's going on, everyone? My name is Henry from Ahead of the Curve 94. Thank you so much for tuning in to a special episode of Old Habits Die Hard meets the Shit Show. Or as I like to call it, Old Habits Shit Hard. On today's show, we're talking about the 15th anniversary of Hot Tub Time Machine 1 and the 10th year anniversary of Hot Tub Time Machine 2. Both of these will be the unrated cuts of the film, so are we ready? Let's go. Wait. Actually, before we go, let's party. Oh, whew. Now. Okay, now, let's go.
Shit show.
For the record, that is just baby powder. So you can rest easy tonight knowing that this is not real. Alright, people, let's do this. According to Wikipedia, John Cusack, Rob Corddry, Craig Robinson, and Clark Duke star in the film as four men who accidentally time travel to 1986 using a hot tub and must find a way to return to 2010. Let's get into this shit, shall we? The first character we meet is Craig Robinson. Simply put, this man pulls shit out of dogs' asses. Like car keys, for example. Hilarious stuff right in the intro. Oh yeah, we love poop humor. Get this, y'all. Back in the day, this man was the lead singer of a band called Chocolate Lipstick. More on that later.
Remember that? Yeah.
Up next, we meet Adam, played by John Cusack. This guy is the divorced one in the group. Yes, so far we have the one who never reached their full potential, kind of gave up their dream. The next guy is the divorced man who's sad and depressed. Up next, we meet Jacob, who is literally in the basement of Adam's house. Those two are uncle and nephew. Get this, y'all. This motherfucker was in the basement the entire time while someone, Adam's wife, moved out of the fucking house and this kid was none the wiser. How fucking disconnected are you? He is the techie, nerdy, online basement dweller type. You know it. Honestly, I was on the verge of becoming one of these back in the day. And last, we need to meet Lou, who is the goddamn wild card. Rob Corddry is probably the MVP of the series, okay? This man really just pushes this plot forward. More so than the other characters, and honestly, Adam is actually the main character of this one, so that really says a lot. We meet Lou, who is literally trying to unalive himself, if you know what I mean. He's gonna do it the old park the car in the garage and leave the engine running gag. I've seen Midsummer, I know where this ends. And the most obvious thing, he is jamming out people to Motley Crue's Home Sweet Home, which apparently is his shit. Which also, isn't that song about heroin? Don't quote me on that. For the most part, these people are disconnected. Of course, you have Adam and Jacob, who are literally family. But for the most part, this group of friends, the older three of the four, they're really disconnected from each other. Their lives are barely intertwining. They don't get to hang out. Lou, like I said, is trying to unalive himself. This gets to be like the starting point of the film. And this is what gets everyone back together. Honestly, people, he's a piece of shit, but he's using their guilt to fund a goddamn ski trip like they did back in the day. Also, I should say this ahead of time, Luke claims early on that he was not trying to unalive himself. He said specifically if he ever did it, he would take a shotgun to the dick and do it himself. Remember that. Wink, wink. Once they arrive at this rundown ski resort, early on, this place looks like shit. It is run down and raggedy. I imagine it smells. It's seen better days. Crispin Glover as the concierge slash busboy. Alright, so this is gonna sound a little brutal the way I'm gonna explain this, but bear with me here. This man has one arm currently in 2010. Once the boys time travel back and this man has two arms, there's a running gag where we constantly just check in on him, whatever he's doing, and he almost loses his fucking arm. So I gotta be honest, it's one of the most consistent jokes in the film. Sadly, we don't get a awesome dance scene by this guy. If you know, you know. Friday the 13th. In the present, in 2010, he's also a fucking dick. Meanwhile, in the past, when he had two arms, he's a nice, happy-go-lucky guy. It's almost as if losing an arm drastically changed his life, It's crazy. I must be real, people. So far, the jokes are holding up for me. Even the dated gay jokes, if you don't know, I have a boyfriend, so yeah. So, the party begins. Cheers. Good stuff. Of course, they get fucked up, which is only happening because Lou, dangled the suicide card. But hey, look, now, for some reason, they wake up in the 80s. First thing they do is hit the goddamn slopes. And I'm not gonna lie to you people, there's some dated there's some dated green screen here. But I'm having fun with the skiing part, okay? I don't know what it is. Stupid ass Rob Corddry.
I feel fantastic! I wanna fuck something!
And even better, this scene leads into one of the main antagonists of the film. Played by Sebastian Stan, aka Bucky from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This douchebag is a movie bully taken straight out of 80s cinema or a goddamn Stephen King book. You pick. As Homelander said, it was perfect. After that initial run-in, this is where everything starts to click with our four guys, and then they realize what the fuck happened, but not how it happened. Jacob is literally flickering. There's no other way to put it. This man's existence is threatened, okay? If you've seen Back to the Future, you might know a little bit what I'm talking about. Honestly, I'd rather just die straight up. I can't handle that shit.
It must be some kind of hot tub time machine.
Craig Robinson also can't because he ends up doing a little bit of nose candy, if you know what I mean. And he brings up Terminator. And here we are referencing another classic film. They use that as sort of a anchor point to explain the situation they got going on. Of course, it doesn't make any sense because time travel is fucking confusing. Luckily, we insert Chevy Chase as the repairman slash time guru, mystical, magical, whatever. This character, hilarious, okay? I know it's Chevy Chase who has a horrible reputation. All I can say is I hope this guy wasn't a dick on set, but very crucial to this movie for the maybe 5 minutes he's in it.
Hey, maybe what you need isn't in here after all. Maybe what you need has always been in here.
Really?
No.
He explains to the core four that they need to redo and relive the past events to make the present happen in the first place. Of course, Jacob wasn't there, so it gets a little wonky if you want to explain that, because him simply being there is already changing everything. Whatever, just don't think about it. This includes Adam having to break up with his hot-ass girlfriend, Jenny. Woo! My God, this girl's a smoke show. It is weird to see this young actor kiss old-ass John Cusack. I don't care that he's supposed to be the younger version. It's just a little weird to me, okay? Whatever. Damn, Adam, how you pull that shit? Not only that, but he also has to get stabbed right in the eye with a fork when he breaks up with her, because that is a natural reaction that people give. Hey, it's over. Stab in the eye. Okay, that's a drastic overstep. Let's talk about Lou real quick. This man has to go back, literally get his ass beaten by Sebastian Stan. Also, he has to have sex with some random girl, which we'll talk about later. Jacob, since he wasn't there, he gets to tag along. He runs into his mom, a younger version of his mom when she was a little more free spirited and loose, if you know what I mean. The way she plays this character, goddamn hilarious. And lastly, the black one. Now, in the present, this man is married, but in the past, he has sex with some girl named Tara. During her scene, it's really hard to focus on what her name is, even though she says it like 10 times. There's two really big distractions going on there. Homie is legit having a breakdown about, cheating on his wife who's like 9 years old during this time. Forgive me, I'm laughing because later on he ends up calling his future wife who's a kid and he's yelling at her about shit she hasn't even done yet and then cusses out her father. Like, this is... I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that Jacob and Lou almost get into a three-way with an actor, Crystal Lowe, if I'm not mistaken, from Final Destination 3, which hopefully by the time this one's posted, I've already posted my review of that movie. Check that video out because I did 2 and 3 in the same video, so great boobs as well. Adam runs into a new character that he did not meet back in the past. This character is played by Lizzie Kaplan, and the character's name is April. You've probably seen her in a bunch of movies. She's really underrated overall, hilarious. She ends up sort of being like the true love for Adam's character. Yeah, sure, his current girlfriend is hot as fuck, but she is a goddamn airhead. So, he's not really vibing with her the way he wants to, and he's sort of like forcing it in a way. And I must dedicate time once again to say this. Crispin Glover, every time you see him, he almost loses an arm. One time involving an elevator, another with chainsaws. Dude is having a wild fucking day. The older three of the group often refer to some incident that happened in Cincinnati, which is actually my hometown and where we're recording right now. So, what's up, Cincinnati, Ohio? Go Bengals, go Reds, go Musketeers, go Bearcats, go Buckeyes. Kinda. This will come back in reference only in the sequel, which I cannot wait to get to. They were definitely heading toward this in Hot Tub Time Machine 3, so that's a tragic loss for the state of Ohio. Jacob is like the only one staying on task, honestly. He is the only one who's focused on what he needs to do. Well, you know what? Let's cut to the other side because Sebastian Stan has made it his personal mission. This motherfucker is losing his goddamn mind, okay? In true 80s fashions, he deduces that these 4 are goddamn Russian spies and there's some convoluted plot. Like, dude, honestly, they probably wish it was that simple. But no, these fuckers came back 24 years in the future in a goddamn hot tub, okay? If only it was that simple. At one point, Lou and Nick are breaking classic Back to the Future rules by betting on sporting events, of course. These motherfuckers are betting for blowjobs and they fuck it up. So what happens? Lou has to suck Nick's dick. Yes, this is really happening, people. And there's a crowd of people surrounding them, just encourage them to suck that dick. What's happening, people? Even for the 80s, I'm like, God damn, this is brutal.
I said, start sucking, Gaylord.
God, who are you people?
Let's get on with this. My fondue's getting cold.
Sure, this is unwanted sex, and there's another word you could use for it, but these two get put in a similar situation in the sequel. Stay tuned.
Fucking 80s, guys. Let's do what we want to do. Free love.
It's the 60s, dipshit.
No, we had like Reagan and AIDS. Just get the fuck out of here, okay?
After that wild shit, Nick remembers he has a gig tonight. Remember earlier when I mentioned he was the lead singer of a band in the 80s? Chocolate Lipstick? Oh yeah, people. Tonight they have a show. Of course, Nick is not ready for it because this is 24 years in the past. He has no idea what's going on. He improvises. This man steals Let's Get Started by Black Eyed Peas. And of course, his band just knows how to play the song that doesn't exist. They play it well, too. No fucking issues. Homie makes a goddamn career out of this shit in the sequel. People, it's time for the final confrontation. Our core four confront the bullies. They beat their ass eventually. I'm not kidding, people. They even play Enrique Iglesias' Hero. Man, that takes me back, people. That's a good gag right there. It's all happening really fast. Even Adam and April, they don't really get a great chance to say a proper goodbye. But after that, she heads off with the band Poison, which, yeah, hair metal, go 80s, whatever. I'll drink a beer to that one. Lou and Kelly, which is Jacob's mother, Adam's sister. These two end up hooking up one night at like one of the most inopportune times. Right when we have everything we need to get back. This motherfucker is off somewhere. Jacob, needless to say, doesn't like any of this. So he goes to attack Lou and then disappears. Ah, shit, people. Lou is Jacob's father. Which is really weird when those two almost got into a threesome together. And I didn't mention it at the time, but Lou grabbed Jacob's dick for a hot moment, so that's going to be awkward later on.
Hey, there's my boy.
It was so beautiful.
You suck of shit.
Anyway, as they arrive at the lodge, Crispin Glover finally loses that arm, people. About time. I mean, at this point, I'm like, Lou, just fucking bring it on. I was laughing my ass off that they don't help him at all. They're like, nah, he survives this, we know. Now, it's time to go back. Except, Lou is having second thoughts. He wants to stay because all he does is ruin people's lives, which, for the most part, he's kind of right. Dude's a bit of a piece of shit. Adam, of course, is trying to be a good friend. He says he'll stay, which I think was just a ploy just to get close. Then he tries to pull him in. Last second, people, Lou breaks free and hangs back. Next thing you know, Jacob, Nick, and Adam wake up in 2010. Lou has left them a very special video with, kind of just updating them on their current lives. Because why? Why does he need to do that, people? Come on. You know. Come on now. You know. This motherfucker has changed history for the worse. Manipulated everything at this point. Fuck Google, it's Lugu now. Fuck Motley Crue, it's Motley Lou now. Somehow he hasn't aged, which I find really interesting. Neither has Kelly, Oh yeah, get this, people. Crispin Glover has his two arms now. Everything is going well. It turns out after the four left him, the bullies rescued this man and saved him and his arm. Can you believe that shit?
America.
I gotta say though, those new lives that they are now living, Adam's with Lizzie Kaplan, Nick and his wife are getting along, mostly because he traumatized her in the past, but whatever. They're getting along, goddammit. Jacob isn't a basement dweller now, and of course Lou is rich and has made history tenfold. And that's it, people. We close out with Motley Lou's rendition of Home Sweet Home, and that's the credits. I will say, people, I had a great time rewatching this movie. For the most part, though, I will say it's a little bit too long for its own good, which is a common complaint I have here. It's nothing new, especially with comedies. That's a tough one. So, before we move on to the sequel, let's give this one a rating. Since we're on the crossover episode of Old Habits Die Hard and The Shit Show, there will be 2 ratings for each movie, okay? So, with that being said, this movie is gonna get a rating of high class bullshit. That means it's a good, bad movie. On my regular scale, I'm gonna give it an add it to the collection. This is a good comedy. Of course, comedy is subjective, so you may have different mileage with this one, but if you don't like the first one, chances are you won't like the sequel, which we're about to start now. Okay, people, you know, before we go any further, excuse me for 1 second. Whew! Alright. Hot Tub Time Machine 2! Let's do this shit.
Advice for you: if you don't want to be considered a sex offender, don't take a shit in a sandbox that happens to be in a playground, okay? Don't do it, because guess what? You have 2 things: a record and a fucking nickname.
Apparently, Wikipedia does not want to give me the short plot synopsis, so let's use the back of the Blu-ray here. The guys from Hot Tub Time Machine are back for a wild, raunchy ride that's funnier than the first. When an epic party goes hilariously wrong, Nick and Jacob fire up the hot tub in order to save Lou. They meet Adam Jr. and team up on a hysterically funny and completely insane mission to fix the present. MTV raves, you will definitely laugh your ass off in this outrageous time travel adventure. Just like we did with the first one, this will also be the unrated cut that we are reviewing. Funny thing is happening. I am actually recording this review on the day that they arrive in 2025. Unfortunately, people, I wanted to release the video on that day, but we did not get there. I'm sorry. Critics and audiences really don't like this film, okay? I've probably seen this one more than the first one, okay? I used to put this on when I edit, you know, background noise, like I could just peek in and peek out and still get a laugh. I'm not kidding people. This is a movie I would put on when I have the flu, okay? This is a sick movie for sure. This one starts with a quick recap of the first one. Not that there's much to really get into. Yeah, there's not a lot of story. It's more about the characters, let's be real. Lou is still a king douchebag. Nick is still stealing songs from people and ruining their lives. Jacob is still a bit of a loser and disconnected from the public. And Adam, well, Adam's just not here. Apparently he's on a spiritual journey because he does not return. This is the goddamn Lou Dorchin film, okay? There's no way around it. Dude is the goddamn star. Adam's gone, but Lou is here to stay. His home is a goddamn douchebag museum. It's goddamn ridiculous. How is he and Kelly, his wife and Jacob's mother, how are these 2 still even alive with all the drugs and shit that they consume? At one point, they don't even recognize Jacob. Nick is filming music videos for popular songs you and me were probably raised on. He gets some thinly veiled threats by Lisa Loeb, who she basically calls him out on his bullshit. She's like, dude, this song was me. Now, in the first one, it ended with Lou inventing Lugal. All these years later, how the fuck is that still a thing? Who would work for this psycho? I'm not kidding. Kumail Nanjiani is in this one for just a little bit. Even he can't put up with this shit. Honestly, people, I need to be careful with what I show in this video. In the first film, you had, a couple scenes where you see some boobs. No big deal. In this one, you see a full non-erect dick and balls against the glass. It's a very unflattering shot and angle. Kudos to the person who's rocking that, because I wouldn't display it. Oh my god, this one is just so ridiculous. It is dialed up to 20. Fuck 11, we went to 10 to goddamn 20 with this one. You don't believe me? Okay, I can't show you this, but Lou has a goddamn huge portrait, a painting of him fucking a tiger. I'm not kidding, people. You see everything but the insertion. Whatever, people. We need to get properly started with this movie. There's a party at Lou's douchebag mausoleum. Of course. We find out from Jacob that the hot tub is gone. We don't know what happened to it. No, it's just gone. Everyone at this goddamn party hates Lou. And I don't blame them, people, but don't you just love fake people that hang around? Man, I just love being surrounded by people that make me feel lonely. Lou gets shotgunned in the dick. Yes, people, this man predicted his own death. Bring him to the hot tub, is what they say, which, if I was anyone at this goddamn party, I'm gonna ask you, what the fuck are you doing and why? Why didn't anyone call the paramedics? I mean, I'm not kidding. Nick and Jacob just drag Lou's body up the steps past the tiger fucking portrait that I just talked about. Yeah, behind that lies the fucking hot tub. But I'm asking you, where the fuck are all these people? Because they went from frantic and freaking out to dead silent. Like, the movie just forgot about them. That's some lazy shit right there. Not even Kelly has anything to say, which, you know, that's his goddamn wife. Whatever, people. They take his ass to the goddamn hot tub, and just like the first one, they party. Cheers. I'm not gonna lie, people. This looked like a wild fucking time. This took the party they had in the first one and just, it's ridiculous. It's far more insane. In the montage, we get a little glimpse of Chevy Chase as a little wink and a nod. And our three heroes arrive in 2025. Unfortunately, it's really just two, because Lou is fucking dead. And yet these two are joking around. They even talk about how once you die, you evacuate your bowels, which they have no problem sitting in the shit pool that's gonna be festering any second now. Nope, they're okay with that part. Of course, Lou isn't dead. He wakes up and he's ready to go. Let's solve a goddamn mystery. In 2025, we quickly discover that this place no longer belongs to Lou. This is Jacob's home. And not only that, he is married to the hot ass coat check girl that was at the party in the past. Okay, people, her reintroduction is her walking around her sexy panties, tits out, as if there's not two other people in the house who she visibly sees and acknowledges. Whew, oh my god, this is a lot. Yeah, she's fucking hot, but can we not do this? Can you put on a house robe when I have my dad and my other friend here? This is weird, but hot as fuck. Conflicted.
This is different.
It's like a Scandinavian gay bar.
Looks like a Miami IKEA.
Now, I mentioned earlier how audiences and critics did not like this one. For me, the constant quips and back and forth between the core three characters, it's one of the funniest parts. And there's so much improv, moments where they clearly didn't have shit written down for them. They just put a camera on and said, be funny. For me, it worked, but I get how this could run a little short for some people.
You look like a Jewish Jason Statham.
Immediately, just like in the first movie, they run to the mirror, look at their current selves, and they just start roasting each other. And it's goddamn hilarious. Now, I can't speak for the rated version, the version you saw in theaters. I'm kidding. No one saw this in theaters. But this is strictly the unrated one. I found it hilarious.
You look like a turtle crawled out of a shell.
You look like you give lectures on public access.
You look like Gandalf the Poor.
You look like you advise Lando Calrissian.
That's a good one.
I gotta admit, I kind of like this.
I want to hit you into the corner pocket.
We find out Lou has Adam's Cincinnati box. Yeah, we see it for a quick second and then it's gone. But Chevy Chase comes in to break down the situation just like he did in the first one. Yes, we are retreading a lot of ground from the first movie. But we're doing it slightly different. He explains how fucked they are and he confuses the shit out of them. Lou's had enough, takes a swing at his ass, and dude literally just vanishes. Lou is goddamn lucky this dude is not aggressive. Let me just say that. Jacob, of course, is the brains of the group. He breaks it down. It's like, hey, we need to solve Lou's murder. Otherwise, Lou is going to keep flickering until he eventually disappears. I love how exaggerated this future is compared to what we got today. We still don't have those goddamn Back to the Future hoverboards, and I'm upset. Also, Jessica Williams isn't hosting the Today Show. That's another issue. Can we get that going right now? She's killing it on Shrinking right now. What's going on? They go over all their suspects. Of course, it leads to primary suspect number 1, Adam. He's not here to defend himself. What's going on? Instead, they encounter Adam Jr., played by Adam Scott. He is hilarious in this one. His delivery, that dry humor. Oh, he is exactly what we needed in this one. He and Jacob are also cousins. And get this, people, tomorrow is Adam's wedding. We're introduced to him and his future wife, and those two are goddamn adorable together. They're stupid as all hell. But whatever, man. They're goddamn adorable. What am I gonna say? And hey, don't forget, people, Nick is a celebrity. Jill recognizes him, encourages Nick to do the Nick Webber strut, which is stupid as all hell. Much to Nick's chagrin, he's not a fan of this dance, but hey, you know what? It'll come back later. Jill even gets to say the title of the movie. And you know what? This bit always gets a chuckle out of me. I've seen this movie so many times, I always laugh at this shit.
And they came here in a, what was it?
Hot tub time machine.
That's right.
Oh, okay. So I guess you came here in hot tub time machine too.
Earlier I mentioned at the party that everyone hates Lou. Well, you know what, people? That's not quite it. Not only do humans hate Lou, cars do. In this future, we have smart cars that run on feelings. Yeah, you don't have to own a car. You just call one and be nice to it. You're good to go. By the end of this thing, this car is a goddamn sworn enemy and another prime suspect on the list. I mentioned earlier that it was like a white person with a tuxedo and a shotgun. Show me a Photoshop of what that looks like. These motherfuckers go to a party run by an old friend, which I didn't even mention early on in the review. Don't worry about it, okay? This man's named Gary. All you really need to know is that he is the curator behind this party. This is where Adam, who is getting married tomorrow, takes an unknown drug that you have to keep on your neck for 24 hours. You goddamn moron. Shout out to whoever edited Adam's Trip. Outside of the 21 and 22 Jump Street film, outside of those two, I can't really remember a more funnier drug sequence than this. I love this shit, people, clearly. Our core four go to a live recording of America's #1 rated show. A show called Choosy Doozy. People, I don't really need to say much, but this future is really fucked up. I am so glad that we're not here, at least not yet. Knock on wood. This world that they live in is so fucked up. So much so that a word that rhymes with grape is just common for this show, okay? It does not matter. You can literally do anything, which is a really profound warning that we do need to pay attention to. But at the end of the day, this is also Hot Tub Time Machine 2. Not really looking to learn much. The host of the show is played by Christian Slater. For those who are listening, I'm holding a copy of Alone in the Dark, which is a 2005 film based off a video game series. I plan on reviewing this later this year at some point. This is what I call the year of the video game movies, because there's quite a few coming up. This one's horrible. I'm going to tell you this right now. It's one of the worst movies I've watched ever. And this is the unrated director's cut, by the way. So stay tuned if that's your thing, which it really shouldn't be. Look at this, people. Right as we talk about it. Look at that shit. Lou gets himself put in a position where he and Nick must now engage in some sexual act. And just like in the first one, something happens at the last second and they don't go through with it. In this particular case, though, Lou is the biggest piece of shit possible. Homie caused the horrible situation, backs out at the last second, and has Adam replace him. So yeah, get this, people. Nick and Adam had virtual grape sex on TV. That's a thing. Needless to say, these two are scarred. And they just cheated on their fiancé and wives, respectively. So yeah, this one really fucked up. Even for a gag, which I'll be honest, in like 5 or 10 minutes, those two had me laughing yet again. But for now, I'm serious, people. This is not that funny. If not for those two being two professional comedic actors in the hands of someone else, this would not have played well at all, okay? This would not be a thing that I would praise, but these two, the way they sell it, there's just no way around it. About 61 minutes into it, yeah, a little over an hour, the group sort of splinters off. Well, specifically Jacob does. He has a falling out with the group, heads off, gets fucked up, by the way, and very much resembling his father. The other three end up going to the hospital because they want to check in on Adam and that mysterious drug placed on his neck. And get this, people, guess who's in charge in the hospital there? Kelly, Jacob's mother, Lou's wife, the one who's fucked up with Lou for decades. Now she's turned her life around and she's helping people. So you know what? Bravo to you. Unfortunately, she's not amazing at her job because she clearly didn't read the paperwork as to why the patient's here in the first place. But nonetheless, this is a huge step for the character. So now we've worked out all the inner core issues within the group. All 4 of these characters come together just in time for the third act because now the prime suspect is Brad, played by Kumail Nanjiani, who I mentioned earlier. But no time to focus on that. You know why? Because this is the day of Adam's wedding. Let's take care of this little plot thread. About 75 minutes into the movie, the wedding occurs. Unfortunately, people, the bride-to-be, Jill, she finds out about Adam's previous escapades from the night before and just snaps. Remember Lou, that fucking piece of shit? Alright, just like in the first movie, this man weasels his way into getting some pussy. Yes, people, this man fucks the bride-to-be on the day of the wedding at the place of the reception. Like, is there no fucking depth that you will go to? Oh, man. Yeah, people, let's talk about Nick for a second. At the wedding, of course, he gets recognized. This is a great moment for this character to talk about his lack of morals. This leads to him being the joke celebrity that he is in today, 2025. He's addressing all those little things that made him the joke of a celebrity that he is in 25. It's a great moment for the character, which ends in a hilarious way. Sure, he gives this motivational ass speech, but at the end of the day, he does the fucking dance anyway and just a fucking sellout. People forgive me, but sometimes you just gotta be the one that they want you to be. Even with the goddamn stereotypes. Yes, people, there are instances where you must use your stereotypes for good. Jacob is able to confront Kumail Nanjiani, who sets the record straight that he is not the murderer. Okay, so who the fuck can it be? At this point, I mean, we've ran through our entire suspect list. Who else is there? Did you just guess Adam Jr.? Bravo to you. Yes, he walks in on Lou and Jill doing the deed. This motherfucker snaps. Yes, people, he is the one who shoots Lou in the dick. Well, at least he attempts to. This time he's a bit of a changed man, and Lou is able to get through to him. I have a question though. It is revealed that the shotgun is taken from Lou's home. Yes, the douchebag museum that he lives in. Sure. Question here, folks. Why the fuck is that thing functional and loaded with shells? Holy shit, it could do one, but not both. Why? Lou is a goddamn psycho, man. There's just no way around it. So, in a very poetic way, the gun goes off. Instead, that horrible painting with Lou and the tiger, that's what gets shot. And guess where? Right in the fucking dick. And get this, people. Adam meets Jill at that party, who, for some reason, isn't alarmed that he just tried to murder someone. Might still be holding the gun. I have no idea. But red flag, hello. All the relationships are healed and mended. Yet again, these people go on to live happily ever after. For example, Lou and Kelly, they go to rehab. Jacob asks the coat check girl out, who decides, fuck dating. Let's just go to first base. And before you know it, we're closing out with sending Adam Jr. to his proper time in the future. Here we have Lou, who gives a nice short speech about how he's trying to do things for the better.
Need to change people's lives, make the world a better place. All we have to do is... Don't listen to anything he says.
Adam?
What the fuck? You shot Lou!
Dad?
No time to explain. Follow me.
Where?
Cincinnati.
Dope.
Yes, people. Adam Sr., John Cusack, has a tiny short cameo in this one. He comes back to kill Lou. He sets up Hot Tub Time Machine 3 in Cincinnati. Ah, what could have been. And I already mentioned earlier, people, Rob Corddry is the MVP of this one. So yeah, sure, Lou is fucking dead. But hey, we have other Lou variants now. Yes, we have a whole ass multiverse going on. Yes, people, the Hot Tub Time Machine people got there before Marvel. By the way, they never send Adam Jr. back. Instead, he just joins the four of them. They all just destroy history, okay? This is nothing compared to what Lou and Nick did in the first movie. They went back centuries. Oh my goodness. It kind of feels like they came back to do this after a bunch of test screenings already went sour. Like, hey, y'all, this is going to be it, people. So let's just do whatever we want while we can. It's a shame that this movie never came to fruition because there's a lot of stuff still left on the cutting room floor here. So, you know what? I'm going to keep my hopes up, but I do not expect this to return at any capacity in my lifetime. If I'm wrong, so be it. Before we actually get to the rating part, I just want to say, I watched both of these films within like a 5-hour time span, so trust me when I say this one thing here. I like the sequel way more than the first one, okay? The first one's good. I think this one's great. So with that being said, let's get to the goddamn ratings. So, on the bullshit scale, which is exclusive to this series, The Shit Show, even though we're on a crossover, don't get confused. On the bullshit scale, this gets a high class rating. Okay, I love it. I love it so much. On my regular scale, it gets the highest possible added to the collection. This was a great fucking time. I loved reviewing it. I love rewatching it. I highly encourage you give them a shot if you haven't seen them already. It's a comedy, so it's kind of already dated for the most part. Hey, for me, I'm giving this a high recommendation for both films.
Okay, so what now?
Damn, you guys gotta come with me.
To where? We gotta make America happen, bro.
Ready for another dip?
You know, you're not gonna be super welcome there, but we should totally go.
Alright, people, I think that's it. I can clean off this goddamn baby powder off my nose. Can't believe I stayed committed to the bit this long. I mean, at this point in recording, it's almost been 2 hours. Hopefully the video's a decent runtime for 2 movie reviews, and Before we really go, I just need to say thank you so much, people. I don't know where I would be without having this outlet. Honestly, people, this is one of my favorite things to do, to occupy my life and my time with. People, I just can't stress how much I love doing this shit. I don't care if a check ever comes out of this. This is something that I love to do, and I just thank you for helping me achieve my dreams. So, with that being said, people, I think it's time to get the fuck out of here. There's so much wrong with this set right now. It makes me uneasy, so let's wrap it up here. My name's Henry from Ahead of the Curve 94, and I'm signing out, y'all. Deuces. Hey, it's me again, the guy from the thing you just watched. Feel free to check out one of the 2 videos on your screen currently speaking. You can't go wrong with either or. Thank you so much. This time it's for real. Deuces.